Carolina Panthers are by far, in my opinion, one of the most talented teams in the entire NFL. I mean, aside from the quarterback position, we know that's their biggest Achilles heel right now. And yes, we need to really preface this by saying that they need to target a quarterback, whether that's in the first round, in the offseason, whether it's signing a free agent, trading for somebody. I don't care. But that's the team's biggest need. And I think that it's tough because quarterback is the most important position in the NFL. And if you don't have a good quarterback and you got a lot of other good, positions in your roster, it can mask it sometimes. But if you have a great quarterback, sometimes it can totally take care of some of the worst things you have on your roster. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs, for example. Their defense has basically just been getting by because Patrick Mahomes is amazing. Literally, that's it. Like, if the Panthers had Patrick Mahomes, this would be one of the scariest teams in the entire NFL. And I know they tried the Sam Darnold situation or the Sam Darnold experiment. We were in favor of it. They brought Cam Newton back. PJ Walker got a little bit of playing time as well. But overall, the Carolina Panthers also have a lot of questions on the running back front. I mean, Chuba Hubbard, boy's a man. He is a man. He just can play. And I think that Christian McCaffrey, you could look at trading him. I doubt it. I don't know. It's so confusing. But, if you look at their talent, Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, Terrace Marshall Jr., who had a really good rookie season. Robbie Anderson's one of the fastest players in the NFL. Brandon Zylstra showed some things last year. I would like to see Tommy Tremble get some more targets, but it is what it is. Also, DJ Moore is one of the best wide receivers in the entire NFL that does not get the time of day. And it's absolutely awful. I think it's absolutely a travesty. And obviously they can do some things on the offensive line. I can tell as a Vikings fan, if you've got Pat Elflein starting as a guard for you, usually not a good sign. But that is a discussion for another day. And I think overall, I'm actually just, as we do this, I'm actually looking at how Pat Elflein played for him down the stretch, because I got nothing against Pat Elflein, but it's tough because he never really worked out for the Vikings. So 534 offensive snaps, 2 penalties, no sacks. Not awful. I have 50.1 PFF grade. Anyway, point is this, back on track. The Panthers have so much talent on offense and a lot of talent on defense, guys like Jeremy Chin, and I think they got to go all out on quarterbacks. Like, I realize that this team's got a couple of other needs, but if we're being very honest, if they had a quality quarterback, that could mask like those last 2 or 3 needs. Like, that's how good this team is on paper. Brian Burns at defensive end. You got Derek Brown at defensive tackle. Daquan Jones, and obviously Bravion Roy's also showed some things as well. Yeta Gross-Mentos, I would really like to see him on the field more, but that's just how it goes. Davion Nixon, I think he's going to have a bigger role this offseason. Morgan Fox has been very respectable. Shaq Thompson has had a really good career for the Panthers. Also, Hassan Reddick had 12 sacks or something like that for him this last season. So, Jeremy Chin at wide receiver, J.C. Horn. We could go on, but the point is this. The point is mute, whatever, if you don't have a quarterback that it can at least be serviceable. And Sam Darnold, he guided him to a 3-0 start, which was very respectable and everything, but you just need a quarterback just literally one step above Sam Darnold, which, a lot of quarterbacks I feel like in the NFL are like that. Guys like Case Keenum, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of serviceable quarterbacks. And that's the thing is, the Panthers don't need a superstar quarterback. Like, that's not what's needed here. I could see them going a long ways with a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo. I could see them going a long ways with a guy like Baker Mayfield. Like, they don't need a superstar at quarterback. But in the draft, I think obviously they're going to try to target a quarterback. I think they need to. I think they need to really do their homework on which quarterback they like the most, take a shot on him, because this quarterback draft class, it's not the strongest, but I think there's a couple of gems in here. I like Desmond Ridder. I like Kenny Pickett. I like Sam Howell. There's a lot of, Jalen Strong, I think, is also a really good quarterback too. So, I think it really does come down to how well this team is going to draft. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Like, I'm really excited to see how all this comes together for them, because they are a really good team. And I on paper, just all around. And I'm really tired of seeing Carson Strong, not Jalen Strong, as a former wide receiver. Carson Strong, I'm sorry, I couldn't think. Nevada, yeah, that's right. Sorry, long day. I haven't had my coffee yet. But I do think that at the end of the day, they need to go out and they need to go find a quarterback. I don't care who it is. Get somebody in there that is not going to make a ton of mistakes, that's going to put a couple of points up on the board, because their defense is not going to allow a lot. Like their defense has been historically very good. And I think at the end of the day, the Carolina Panthers just getting a semi-serviceable quarterback in there for a full 16-game season, even if they can somehow pull, I don't know, like a superstar. I don't know. I doubt it, but I think that's not what they need. They need a serviceable quarterback that's gonna push the ball down the field, that's gonna take advantage of their running game, and that is just gonna put this team in the best position to win without spending big money or potentially starting a rookie quarterback right away, which I have my certain reservations about. If they earn it, put them on the field. If they don't, obviously you got to see where that lies. But I think overall the Carolina Panthers are a very good team, and I think they need to take a serious look at their quarterback situation, at least get a serviceable backup, and then just kind of see where it goes from there, or a serviceable starter, and then just see how their rookie quarterback comes along. But I'm really excited for this team. They're a quality team, but they need to really figure out the quarterback position, and then they will be dangerous. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In our description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Hopefully you can figure out what we're saying with all this rambling. But also give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Carolina Panthers needing to target a quarterback.